Let's be honest. Have you ever bought something luxury, felt incredible for 2 days, and then realized you may have just spent rent money on something you don't even love? The bag didn't match, the shoes hurt, and the investment watch is now just sitting. If that sounds familiar, good, because today in this video, we're going to fix that for good. But before we start building, we need to clear up the biggest misconception in luxury. Price does not equal long-term value. High price is not the same as high worth. A big designer logo does not guarantee appreciation. And just because something is trending right now does not mean the resale market will care next year. The luxury market today is not driven by hype alone. It is driven by rarity, condition, craftsmanship, cultural significance, and documentation. Without those, the value leaks fast. When you understand that, you stop buying luxury for the label and start buying it for longevity. Let's look at the data so we stay grounded in reality rather than hype. According to the Knight Frank Wealth Report 2025, their luxury investment index saw a small decline of around 3.3% in 2024. This doesn't mean luxury is failing. It simply means you can't buy anything expensive and assume it will appreciate. But when you zoom out to 5 and 10-year timeframes, certain categories stay strong. Fine jewelry has grown just over 2% year over year, roughly 20% across 5 years, and more than 30% over the last decade. Heritage watches and handbags show similar strength when selected thoughtfully. This is why research beats impulse always. Meanwhile, growth in the broader luxury goods market is slowing, projected at only around 1% to 3% annually between 2024 and 2027, according to McKinsey and Bain. However, the second-hand luxury market is doing the opposite. It's accelerating. In 2024, it was valued at about $37 billion, with projections estimating $70 to $80 billion by the early 2030s. This tells us that future value depends on whether your item is desirable later. If nobody wants it in the resale market, then it's not an investment, it's decor. The smart move is choosing pieces with proven and lasting demand, not just what excites you in the moment. So the mission is clear. We must choose luxury pieces with intention, not impulse. Most luxury regrets happen because emotions were driving the purchase. Maybe you were celebrating something. Maybe you wanted to feel better. Maybe you got influenced by a "what I got for my birthday" video. Or maybe, let's be honest, luxury boutique lighting hypnotized you. Because the lighting in those stores is criminal. They could make a toaster look glamorous. To collect intelligently, you have to separate emotional excitement from strategic decision-making. But intentional collecting is different. Intentional collecting means you research, you evaluate, you ask questions. You don't just ask yourself, "Do I want this?" You ask, "Does this have longevity? Does this align with my style? Can I see myself loving this in 5 years? Will this still be desirable on the resale market if I ever need or want to sell it?" This shifts you from reacting to trends to building a collection that reflects your identity long-term. This is where timeless design and heritage matter. Brands like Hermes, Cartier, Rolex, Patek Philippe, Van Cleef & Arpels, Tiffany & Company, and Chanel select models have certain pieces that hold cultural relevance across generations. But here's the hook that most people miss. The brand is not enough. Not every Chanel bag holds value. Not every Rolex appreciates. It comes down to model, rarity, size, color, condition, and documented authenticity. Luxury value lives in the details. Understanding this difference turns you from a buyer into a curator. And if there is one sentence you remember from this entire video, remember this: condition equals value. A luxury item can only hold value if it is cared for properly. That means storing bags with shape supports, keeping them away from heat and humidity, not placing luxury bags on the floor like reusable grocery bags. Watches need to be serviced by authorized professionals, and service receipts should be kept. Jewelry should be stored individually to prevent scratches and cleaned carefully. Care is part of the investment, not an optional bonus. And for the love of your bank account, never throw away the original packaging, authentication card, certificate, dust bag, or receipt. You cannot imagine how much value a missing box eliminates. That box is part of the investment. When you're planning for a piece's long-term value, the documentation is just as important as the item itself. But now we're going to go one level deeper, the level where luxury becomes personal and meaningful. A group of luxury items is just stuff, but a luxury collection is a story. It is a timeline of who you were becoming. It is a record of your milestones, your emotional seasons, your achievements, your evolution. And this narrative element is not just sentimental, it affects value. Auction houses have noted that personal provenance and story can enhance desirability and even price performance for certain categories. Meaning increases significance, and significance increases perceived value. Think about your pieces like chapters. Maybe a bracelet marks your first successful year in business. Maybe a watch represents discipline or maturity. Maybe your first luxury bag symbolized choosing yourself. When your collection reflects your identity, it becomes something no one else could duplicate. Your collection becomes recognizable because it actually represents you. Now, we need to talk about the mistakes that ruin luxury collections and how to avoid them easily. The first mistake is chasing trends. Trends are exciting but short-lived. A piece that looks like the moment today can look dated extremely fast. If your buying decisions depend on what is currently viral, your collection will expire with the trend cycle. The strongest collections outlast trends because they're built on identity, not hype. The second mistake is buying too much too fast. Luxury is not about the number of items you have. It is about what each one means. Long-term collectors build slowly. People who buy too quickly usually regret half of it later. A collection needs space to grow, and time shapes taste. The third mistake is not taking care of the item. If you store luxury items the way most people store headphones, tangled, crushed, smashed into random drawers, you are actively destroying their value. Luxury demands respect. That care is part of what makes luxury feel luxurious. The fourth mistake is buying to impress others. If you are collecting for social media approval, that approval will fade faster than the new item excitement does. A luxury collection should reflect you, not the audience you want to impress. Luxury becomes meaningful when it becomes personal, not performative. So how do you build a collection the smart way? Start by defining what your collection is meant to represent. Maybe you want a small, precise wardrobe of pieces that hold value. Maybe you want a legacy collection that can be passed down. Maybe you want to build a luxury identity that aligns with your personal style growth. When your intention is defined, clarity enters the decision-making process. You stop wandering and start curating. Next, choose your pace. A great luxury collection is built over time, slowly and thoughtfully. Anyone can buy luxury quickly, but that usually leads to regret. Slow collecting is where identity forms. Luxury should grow with you, not race ahead of who you are. Then invest time in learning the market. Look at resale prices, auction outcomes, collector discussions, brand production cycles, and size and color demand patterns. Knowledge protects you from bad decisions. The more you study, the more confidently you collect. After you buy, document your piece. Photograph it. Record its purchase history. Track its condition. These small behaviors keep the value intact. They turn ownership into stewardship. And most importantly, enjoy your pieces. Wear your jewelry. Carry your bags. Use your watch. Luxury is not meant to hide in the closet like it's serving a prison sentence. Luxury is meant to elevate how you feel in your daily life, while being respected and cared for. Luxury is meant to live with you, not be feared by you. Because the true value of your luxury collection is not just financial. It is emotional. It is expressive. It is reflective. It is about identity, confidence, growth in narrative. Luxury becomes powerful when it becomes personal. Luxury is not about showing off. It is about showing who you. So here's your closing question, the one that shapes your entire collecting journey. Are you collecting to impress others for a moment or to express yourself for a lifetime? Your answer begins your transformation. If you enjoyed this video and you're ready to build your collection with confidence and clarity, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next.